Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 1. Hokage, I can only draw S-rank rewards Author, Dragon Demon Sanshui. Traveling through the world of Naruto, he is just a 4-year-old boy who has no talent, no family, no blood, and no tailed beast. Unexpectedly, after completing the Jane test, the system suddenly awakened. Since then, he has drawn the glittering fruit, the shaking fruit, the dragon-killing magic crystal of fire, the magic eye of death, Geas, the blood of the ancestor giant, the eye of reincarnation, the eternal kaleidoscope writing will eye. Also, demon sword Muramasa, death note, gun of Longinus, Godzilla, Zanpakuto * Kyokus Wazuki, Zanpakuto * river of fire, natural teeth. Chapter 1 I can only draw S-rank rewards. Konoha 42, Ninja School. Next, Lai Luo. In the huge practice room, a young man with black hair who looked about 7 or 8 years old walked up slowly. The content of today's graduation assessment is clone technique, let's get started. As the examiner of the Nin examination, Ilobuka sorted out the information in his hand and said solemnly. Lai Luo took a deep breath. It has been almost 10 years since he came to Naruto world, and he has been in a ninja school for 3 or 4 years. It is time to graduate. After all, now that the third ninja war will break out at any time, it is impossible for Konoha to let the cannon fodder ninja hide in a ninja school. Separation technique. With a dark shout, a cloud of smoke immediately rose beside Lai Luo, and 2 identical figures jumped around him. Hey! It's still 2 avatars. Sure enough, I'm just a 4-year-old boy who has no talent, no family, no blood successor limit, and no tailed beast blessing. Looking at the 2 clones next to him, the corners of Lai Luo's mouth twitched. 2 clones. Ilobuka looked at the other invigilator next to each other, shook his head, and whispered. The avatar technique can only pass if there are 3 avatars, Forget it, just follow the instructions of the 3rd generation of adults and lower the standard. Oh, that's all it can do. Ilobuka coughed lightly and said. Lalo, pass. Please come up and get your Nin forehead. It actually passed. Lai Luo was stunned, and then he thought, it seems that the 3rd battle is imminent, can I pass the tail of a crane like me? After taking the forehead, Lai Luo bowed his head, said thank you, and walked out. Wow! Lai Luo, you graduated. As soon as Lai Luo went out, the red with long black hair and ruby eyes rushed up, grabbed his arm and said excitedly. Naruto world, these little ghosts are very premature and know the difference between likes and dislikes very early. With the thinking of an adult and a handsome face, Lai Luo established a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship with Hong Yuhi as early as last year, which was very jealous and dissatisfied by some people. The reason is very simple, Laidlaw is just a civilian orphan whose parents died. As for Yuri Red, she is the big family of Konoha illusions, the pearl in the palm of the Yuhi family. It's a pity that under Lai Luo's strategy, Hong Yuhi, a 10-year-old little loli, just followed her with all her heart. Of course, Hong, you have to cheer up later. Well, I see. Little loli looked at Lai Luo admiringly with starlight in her eyes. Next, Red Yuhi. Oh, I'm coming. Little loli agreed, her little hand clenched her fist, and said to Lai Luo. Lalo, let's cheer together. With that said, he pushed open the door of the examination room and trotted in. Trouble, it seems that my talent is really not good. I passed the Chunin exam on the edge of the passing line, and the 3rd battle is about to start. I have to find a way to increase my strength. Looking at Kurenai Yuhi's disappearing back, Lai Luo murmured. The first choice is Beiman Duanjia. Although it is very tiring, it can survive in the 3rd World War. If it really doesn't work, I have to find a way to find some forbidden techniques. Ding dong, congratulations to the host who passed the Chunin assessment and successfully activated the God-level lottery system. The novice gift package is being sent. Sent successfully. Fuck. My golden finger has arrived. Lai Luo was stunned, but with his previous life experience, he quickly knew what was going on, and his eyes suddenly lit up. System, what's the use of telling you quickly? This system is called the God-level lottery system, which allows the host to randomly select all the props, skills, blood, pets, equipment, etc. of the heavens and the world. A lottery draw. Lai Luo excitedly said that he had read thousands of online novels in his previous life, and knew that there were many such systems as god-level selection systems, gene extraction systems, and development systems. And his own god-level lottery system seems to be very strong. Then the system: how should I draw the lottery? As long as the host gets the lottery points, the lottery can be drawn, and the god-level lottery points can be obtained by completing a series of tasks. Ding dong, it is detected that the host has a novice gift package, whether to open it. Open. Of course open. Lai Luo quickly agreed. The novice package is being opened, the opening is successful. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a god-level lottery point *1. Just a god-level lottery point? Lai Luo pouted, still said, come on, system, I want to draw a lottery. Ding dong, it is detected that the host has one god-level lottery point, and the random reward is being screened. Successful screening. With Leilo's consciousness, a circular turntable quickly appeared in his mind. The carousel is divided into 6 areas on average, and each area has a ghost image of an item. S-class items: Devil Fruit * Sparkling Fruit. S-class item: Fire Dragon Slayer Magic Crystal. S-class props: Kaleidoscope Writing Will Eye. S-class weapon: Zanpakuto * Ryuran Ruohuo. S-class weapon: Demon Sword Muramasa. S-level skills: Ninja Tenshisha. Fuck, these rewards are actually S-level rewards, A-level and B-level. Lai Luo asked in confusion. A-level? B-level? What is that? I am a god-level lottery system, and the minimum prizes are S-level. System, you don't pretend to force us to be good friends. Chapter 2: When the Sun Sets, that's my dead ninja career. Quick. Quick draw. I want to draw. Aside from the system's pretense, Lai Luo said excitedly. Among these 6 rewards, no matter which one is very awesome. Devil Fruit, Zanpakuto, Dragon Slayer Magic Crystal, and Kaleidoscope Shaker. No matter which of these 4 he gets, he can gain powerful power in a short period of time. As for the Demon Sword Muramasa, I don't know which world's famous sword it is. As for the last skill, I don't know if there is no reincarnation whether it can release the star. Extracting. With the mechanical sound of the system, the turntable in Lai Luo's mind spun rapidly. Hey, Lai Luo, I didn't expect the tail of your crane to pass the Jinmin test. It's a miracle. While Lai Duo was excitedly waiting for the result of the lottery, a childish voice suddenly sounded in his ears. At the same time, several little kids also gathered around. Laidlaw looked up, an acquaintance. Hey, it's you, Sakuma. Oh no, Asma. The little guy in the green vest of forgiveness in front of him is the son of the 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hizen, Sarutobi Asma. And Shinyue Izumo, Steel Iron, and Moonlight Blast. What Sakuma? Asma looked puzzled, but didn't care, and said proudly. Lai Luo, give you another chance, leave Hong, you are just a civilian ninja, you can't give her a happy life at all. The corners of Lai Luo's mouth began to twitch. What qualifications do you have to say about me, you short-lived ghost? As the son of 3 generations of Hokage, Asma has always thought that he is very good. Almost everyone in the class flattered himself, and there were a few horses who followed him all day long. But there was a genius ninja Kakashi, who didn't care about himself at all. Fortunately, he graduated a few years earlier. And I heard that people have become Shunrin now. Kakashi is the son of Konoha White Fang, and he is not comparable to him. But there is this stinky boy named Lai Luo in front of him who doesn't talk about himself, and even robs the girl he likes. It's really disrespectful to the son of Hokage. This time, while graduating, we must teach him a good lesson. Cut. Idiot. Lai Luo shook his head. Except for Asma, who has some strength in the future, these guys are all dead. What's the use? Besides, now is the time for the Genin exam, there are many teachers coming and going, forgive them and they don't dare to fight here. You. Asma said angrily and wanted to do it, but when he saw several invigilators all looking at this, he said bitterly. Lei Luo, you wait for me, sooner or later I will grab Hong. After speaking, surrounded by a few ponies, he walked outside. Ding dong, the lucky draw is successful. Congratulations to the host for obtaining an S-class item, Devil Fruit * Sparkling Fruit. Sparkling fruit, a type of devil fruit that can turn any part of the body into light, making it immune to any physical attack. At the same time, it has the speed of light, and can attack and move at the speed of light. The speed of light can be applied to cause a heavy blow, and the body can emit a strong flash, which can temporarily blind the enemy. It can also compress light particles, emit lasers, and produce large-scale explosions. Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 2. I'm going. It's actually a glittering fruit. Lai Luo said excitedly, with the glittering fruit, what is he afraid of? System, where is my glitter fruit? Meditate on the system space, and you can see the reward. Oh, I see. According to the system's prompt, Lai Luo quickly found a void space. A golden yellow fruit, like a pineapple, emitting a faint golden light, stayed there quietly. As soon as his mind moved, this devil fruit appeared in his hand. Without any hesitation, Lai Luo directly took a bite. With a click, he took a big bite of the fruit, and the juice immediately flowed, and the taste was actually very sweet. Ha! System, your devil fruit is fake, right? Why is it so delicious? Shouldn't it taste like shit? All the devil fruits produced by the system have cancelled their shortcomings of being afraid of sea towers and sea water, and of course the taste has changed. I see. Lai Luo nodded, it seems that this is also a big benefit of the system. At this time, the door of the examination room, which had been closed for a long time, was suddenly opened with a squeak. Little Lolita Yuihong grabbed her forehead in her hand and ran out with a jump. Lei Luo, I've become tolerant too. Congratulations. Lai Luo also said with a smile that Hong Yuhi was a powerful upper ninja in the original plot, and of course the lower ninja assessment would not be difficult for him. Come, eat some fruit. Saying that, he handed over the devil fruit he just ate. Only the first sip of devil fruit is effective, so Lailo is not worried at all. Well, thank you, Laidlaw, you've been so kind to me. Red took the devil fruit handed over by Lailo with both hands, not caring at all that it was the leftovers he just ate, and took a bite excitedly. Under Lai Luo's strategy, all the fronts on Xiao Luo Lihong's body have been lost, and in front of him, there is no secret at all. Well, is this a pineapple? It's delicious. Pineapple? Maybe. Ding dong, it is detected that the host has taken an S-class item, Devil Fruit * Sparkling Fruit. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the universal ability of the natural devil fruit, elementalization. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the skill, laser light. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the skill, light speed kick. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the skill, Tian Song Cloud Sword. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the skill, Yada Mirror. Congratulations to the host for automatically comprehending the skill, Yada Qianguyu. Go away, you skills, I want to practice on my own. Chapter 3 Elementary School Overlord. Hahaha, Lai Luo, I finally blocked you. The starlight was faintly bright, and she managed to send Hong, who was almost hanging on her body, back to her house. As soon as she turned a corner, she was blocked by Asma and his ponies. The corners of Lai Luo's mouth twitched, these stupid kids. He and Hong had been tired from taking the test in the playground for at least 5 or 6 hours. In other words, poor Asma and some of his little followers also squatted here for 5 or 6 hours. Seeing that Shinyue Izumo's knees were trembling slightly behind him, and he was still trying to pretend to be vicious, it was really pitiful. Asma, for your dad's sake, I don't want to touch you. Ding dong, it is detected that the host is in danger, and the mission is activated, Campus Overlord. Campus Overlord, as a student of ninja school, you must become the existence that all students fear and look up to. Mission 1, defeat all male ninjas in the same period, and reward God-level lottery points *1. Task 2, make at least 3 girlfriends in school, and reward God-level lottery points *1. Isn't your father the 3rd Hokage? He has the ability to hit me. Hearing the sound of the system prompt coming from his ear, Lai Luo immediately changed his tone and said provocatively. Ah! Lai Luo, hatred for stealing his wife, killing his father, hating for humiliating his father, I want to teach you a good lesson. Catch him! Asma shouted, and even a few small servants behind him also shouted and rushed up. Eat my punch! With a loud cry, Asma slammed Lai Luo's head with a fierce punch. Oh, I really didn't want to hit you. Lai Luo sighed softly, facing Asma's fist, but he didn't dodge. Sure enough, it's the tail of the crane. I can't even hide my fist, so let me. Puff! Seeing that his fist was about to hit the face of Lai Luo, who hated him, who knew that his punch actually fell in the air. A staggering, almost fell to the ground. What love! Boom! Ouch! Boom! Not only him, but also Shinue Izumo and Gang Zidi's little followers, their attacks seemed to hit the air. They collided one after another and fell to the ground. Ding dong, Task 1 completion degree, 5 out of 21. Lai Luo's eyes lit up, it turned out that completing mission 1 was so easy. What kind of ninjutsu are you? Asma pushed a few people away from him and shouted, eyes as big as eggs. What's the situation? Why did our attacks miss all the hits, just like hitting the air? You know too much. Lai Luo shook his head, thought for a moment, lowered his strength to the lowest level, pointed his index finger to a tree not far away, and said. Hey, don't trouble me in the future, otherwise. As he said that, an extremely dazzling light suddenly shot out from the fingers of his right hand. Laser light. Duh. With a soft sound, a finger-sized hole was pierced directly by Lailo's laser light in the middle of the tree that was hugged by one person. On the edge of the cave, there was still green smoke. After doing this, regardless of the stunned guys who were still paralyzed on the ground, Lai Luo also walked towards the house. It's very late, okay, tomorrow will be assigned to the ninja group, where will he have time to play with these little devils? As for what they think, it's none of their business. The ability of glitter fruit will be discovered sooner or later, it is better to show it bit by bit. At that time, other people at most think it is a special kind of blood following the boundary. After all, there are monsters in the ninja world that can pull out their own bones. Compared to his own light, it is already normal. Big brother, what should I do? Shinue Izumo climbed up, looked at the hole of the big tree not far away, swallowed a mouthful of saliva subconsciously, and asked. Humph. Lai Luo. You wait for me, I'll go to my dad and let him teach me amazing ninjutsu. I won't admit defeat. Red must be mine. Asma raised her throat and shouted loudly. Interesting, did you find me? After a few people left, a somewhat gloomy voice suddenly came from above the big tree. I saw Orochimaru, with long black hair and extremely feminine eyes, slowly falling from the tree. Looking at the direction Lelo left, his eyes were very interested. I didn't expect to find such a special kid when I returned to the village this time. The physical attack is invalid. It's similar to the hydration technique of the Ghost Lantern clan in Wuin village, but it's obviously one level higher. Light, if you can develop it well. Orochimaru was talking, his eyes became more and more interested. He had other things to do when he returned to the village this time, but he didn't expect to meet such an interesting child. I don't know if the attack just now was accidental, or if it really found me. And the kid just now, Asma, Sarutobi-sensei's child, compared with his big brother, the gap is not a star and a half. It seems that this time I have to stay in Konoha for a while. Master Sarubi. Speaking, Orochimaru gave a gloomy smile, and the whole person's figure immediately moved towards the direction of Hokage's office and walked slowly. Chapter 4 Everyone here is rubbish. Early the next morning, the students of the ninja school who had just graduated sat obediently in the classroom. After all, today is a big day for allocating guides, and they can't be late. Before the Chunin teacher came, the whole classroom was chaotic, and a bunch of little devils were running wild. Hey, Lai Luo, what do you want to do in the future? Behind the seat, Hong asked Lai Luo in a low voice. What will you do next? Laidlaw smiled. He knew the plot very well. He knew what would happen in the future. He Ju saves his mother only, and he will definitely meet the Otsutsuki clan in the future. These will definitely not be said to the Red, who is still a little lowly now. Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards chapter 3. I don't know what to do in the future, but now, I have an idea. Ah. Thoughts, what thoughts? Before he could finish speaking, he saw a golden light suddenly flash from Lei Luo's body. In an instant, Lei Luo, who was sitting beside him, suddenly appeared on the podium. Raylo. Laylo. What are you going to do? Hey, Lai Luo, one of the two cranes in the class, what happened to him? Lai Luo's actions quickly attracted the attention of the classmates, and they started talking about it. I just heard that the dream of many of you is to be a Hokage. Lei Luo stepped on the stool from nowhere and asked condescendingly. Humph. So what? A kid wearing goggles stood up abruptly and said with a cold snort. Uchiha Obito, another hard-pressed child. Laylo. Don't be too deceiving, Hokage. Asuma also stood up abruptly. He didn't explain to the third Hokage what happened last night, and this would also be staring at Lai Luo angrily. It's nothing, I just want to tell you that the position of Hokage is mine, you are not worthy. Everyone here is trash. You don't deserve to be Hokage. As soon as Lai Luo's voice fell, it immediately caused a commotion. What? Lei Luo. You are courting death. You tail of a crane, who gave you the courage to be so arrogant? Brothers, come on. Give him a lesson. Asuma yelled, we were not your opponents last night. But now, there are dozens of Kenin. Following Asuma's instigation, more than a dozen boys rushed towards Lai Luo. Let him taste what it's like to have a fist the size of a sandbag. As for the girl, she glared at Lai Luo angrily. That's right. Lai Luo smiled faintly. He wanted to complete the mission one of dominating the campus and defeat all the male ninjas in the same period. Sooner or later, he would have to do it to his classmates. The early bird catches the worm, so choose today. The 8 Tatar mirrors. A dazzling light suddenly flashed, and the figure who had just jumped in front of him was kicked several meters away before he could react. Together with the few people behind, they were also knocked into the seats. Light speed kick. In another instant, Lai Luo's figure seemed to turn into a ray of light, constantly flashing throughout the classroom. All the boys were kicked away by the extremely fast Lai Luo, and no one could survive a round under his attack. In just a few seconds, Lai Luo's figure appeared beside Yuhika again. And the other boys became rolling gourds, wailing on the ground. Ugh! In the eyes of more than a dozen girls with dull faces, Lai Luo hugged Yuhika and kissed her on the cheek fiercely. Yuhi's face turned red with a swoosh, and he lowered his head and didn't dare to look at anyone. You, what are you doing? There are so many people. Lai Luo smiled, hee, and didn't say anything. Wow! So romantic. A rotten girl looked at this scene and murmured. As for the boys moaning on the ground, she ignored them. Lai Luo is so strong, he knocked down more than a dozen classmates so quickly. Asuma, the strongest in the class, Takuma Hyuga, and Uchiha Castle are not his opponents. Wow! When did Laylo become so strong? So strong. With a squeak sound, at this moment, the closed door of the classroom was suddenly opened. Chunin teacher Audiobook walked in with a pile of documents, and saw a bunch of boys lying on the ground at a glance. What's the matter? Why are you lying on the ground? Irika asked in astonishment. No, nothing. Asuma rubbed her chest and got up. Although her eyes were full of anger, she endured the pain and said nothing. Mr. Audiobook, we're fine. Yes, we just fell. Cough cough, pull me up. For these little devils, fighting with classmates is one thing, and they will never tell the teacher. It's too bad for a man to sue the teacher after a fight. Sit down if you have nothing to do. It's already stubborn, what does it look like? How can you rest assured to let you go out and do tasks like this? Can the employer rest assured? Ilubuka said in a deep voice, his tone full of hatred for iron. Oh, we got it. Pull me now. And I. Damn it. You are so heavy, it's time to lose weight. What to lose weight? My body shape is just right, this is called plumpness. Looking at these naughty students, Ilubuka's eyes were a little strange, as if something shocking had just happened. Standing on the podium, he glanced at Lai Luo who was sitting in the back row subconsciously, and looked at it for a few seconds. Huh? Why is this idiot staring at me? Are there any malicious thoughts? What's wrong with the name? I have to call it Ilubuka. Could it be that his son is Iluka? The names of these two fathers and sons. Lai Luo, who was fighting with Hong, quickly felt it and turned his head to look. However, the other party quickly averted his eyes. Cough, okay. Don't make trouble. Sit down for me. Ilubuka said in a deep voice, and the surrounding classmates soon became quiet. From today, you are all a ninja on your own. Listen, as a ninja, the first thing to do is to obey orders, and the task first. Hokage-sama once said that as long as there are leaves flying, the fire will burn. The shadow of the fire shines on the village, and new leaves sprout. And you are the flames of my Konoha. Ilubuka gave a passionate speech on the stage, and he kept talking like brainwashing. But seeing that many people in the class showed their longing looks, I knew that Ilu's words still had an effect. Lai Luo didn't listen to him at all, but thought about the system prompt just now, and his tone was a little strange. Task completion 20/21, is there still one person missing? Hataki Kakashi. Chapter 5 Xia Ninja is divided into classes, unexpected guidance Shang-nin. Lai Luo knew that the missing person must be Kakashi Hataki, who had already graduated. Even, according to Hokage's filing, Hataki Kakashi at this time has become a jonin. Although it was only promoted during the war, the strength is not bad, but the experience and methods are still a little worse than those of the old-fashioned jounin. But compared to the ninja school students who have just graduated, he is already too talented. Hataki Kakashi, don't worry, sooner or later I will meet you on the battlefield. Just as Laidlaw was thinking about what was going to happen next, Ilubuka on the stage finally finished talking, causing the little devils in the entire classroom to bark everywhere like a rooster that had taken aphrodisiac. I want to be Hokage. The one who protects the village. Humph. I want to be Hokage, only a genius like me can be Hokage. The position of Hokage belongs to our Uchiha family. Alright, stop arguing. Ilubuka pressed down with both hands, and finally pressed down these hormonal little devils, and said. Because you are all just graduated genin, so from now on will be a team of 3. In addition, there will be a Shangnin teacher who will guide the team and carry out the task together until you can perform the task alone, or complete the Chunin exam. Also, the group members are evenly distributed according to the comprehensive scores of each student. That said, but after Ilubuka picked up the document in his hand, his brows were still slightly wrinkled. The so-called equal distribution is nothing but a lie. The list above has already been allocated by the major families and high-level officials. Who will go with whom has already been decided by default. The first class, Uchiha City, Uchiha Kid, Uchiha Ling. The members of Uchiha, 2 men and 1 woman, raised their heads with pride on their faces. But the 2 boys seemed to be slapped in the face, looking very funny. Second class, Sarutobi Asma, Peizutong, Morinoi Ibiki. Asma rubbed her still aching chest, glared fiercely at Lai Luo behind her, and said to the 2 ponies next to her, I must teach that guy Lai Luo a good lesson in the future. Ibiki Mori, who used to be vicious and proficient in torture, is just a radish head now. The third shift, Mate Kai, Ebisu, Yamashiro Aoba. Ow! With a strange cry, there was a shoe print on his face, and he shouted excitedly, Lalo. I didn't expect you to be so powerful, I seem to have found the direction of youth again. Then looked back at Laidlaw, raised his thumb, a flash of white teeth reflected. Ding, ah, so dazzling. The fourth shift, Lai Luo, Yuhi Hong, Yuzuki Yuyen. This division was a bit unexpected for Lalo. Yuhi blushed and whispered, "That, Lai Luo, I asked my father to secretly change it." Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards chapter 4. It turns out that, according to the previous results, I am the tail of a crane, and it would be good to be able to divide two runners. However, Yuzuki Shien. Lei Luo glanced at the little loli with long purple hair not far away, and his heart moved slightly. The second mission of the system's campus overlord, but to make 3 girlfriends, it seems that a new goal has appeared. The 5th shift, Nara. 6th shift, Oil Girl. 7th class, Uchiha Obito, Noera Rin, Hataki Kakashi. As soon as Alubuka's voice fell, the assignment of the 7th class immediately caused a lot of discussion. Uchiha Obito. The tale of the Uchiha family's crane is a shame for the family. Kakashi. Didn't he become Chunin? Why would he still be on a mission with us? 2 crane tails. No. How could that guy Lalo become so powerful? The discussion of the students below did not disturb Alubuka. The 8th shift, Shimura. The 9th class. The 10th class. The 11th class. Class 12. Soon, he assigned all 36 students in the class. A total of 12 jounin or special jounin will lead the group of students to carry out tasks. Okay, everyone go back to rest early, and tomorrow you will be on time to guide each of you, don't be late. Time pushed back several hours ago, in the Hokage office. Sarutobi Hizen, who was listening to Orochimaru's report, was suddenly stunned and said in surprise. You mean, you want to bring this class of students? Yes, this time I came back and met a very special kid, I'm very interested. Orochimaru leaned in front of the huge floor-to-ceiling window and said with great interest. The special kid, who is it? Sarutobi Hizen asked cautiously that Umbu had some reports about his proud disciple recently, which worried him a lot. A kid named Lalo, whose parents died in the Second World War. Relo? Sarutobi Hizen thought back, as if he was not very familiar with the name. It seems that she is getting closer to the little girl from Jinhong's house. 2 days ago, Umbu reported that Jinhong asked Ninja School to change the group assignment of Red, so it was. However, to make Orochimaru so important, it seems that he has to check it privately. Understood, then this time, you will be the instructor of their group's Jonin. He, thank you teacher. Chapter 6 Real Warriors Are Fearless. The next day, early morning. Ninja School. The 4th shift, Lai Luo, Yuhi Hong, Yuzuki Yuyen. Arrive. Your guide, Jonin, is already waiting for you at the 4th training ground. His request is to assemble in 15 minutes. Come on. Yes. I wonder who our guide Hunin will be. Lai Duo thought to himself. After Lai Luo asked Mr. Alubuka about the location of the 4th training ground, he immediately rushed over with Yuhika and Yuzuki Yuyen. 4th training ground. 14 minutes and 36 seconds, very good, it seems that there will be some good subordinates. The 4th class's instructor, Jonin, had already been waiting at the 4th training ground. Seeing Lai Luo and the others rushing in breathlessly, he said in a terrifying manner. Hello, I'm the teacher of the 4th class, Orochimaru. Hearing this name, Lai Luo's pupils shrank, it turned out to be Orochimaru. I didn't hear that Orochimaru in the original book brought other disciples besides Senjurashu and Mitarai Red Bean. Is it the butterfly effect? Teacher Orochimaru. You are Lord Orochimaru of the legendary Konoha Sannin. Hong and Shien were very excited to hear this. It's time for you to introduce yourself. Let me know more about you. I'll come first. Shien seemed to be an admirer of Orochimaru, expressing herself eagerly. My name is Yuyue Shien. I like to practice swordsmanship. I hope to become a powerful ninja and protect the village. Lai Luo thought that when Shien appeared in the anime, he was already an Umbu ninja, with strong Konoha-style swordsmanship, which could be regarded as a realization of his ideal. Unfortunately, he has a TB boyfriend named Moonlight Blast, and he thought it was as for the protagonist of Shippuden, he died shortly after his appearance. Now that I'm here, there's nothing to do with that tuberculosis ghost, Lai Luo thought to himself. Hong herself has a relatively cheerful personality, and then introduced herself. My name is Hong Yuhi, and I hope to become a ninja stronger than my father, and then marry Lai Luo Koan. In the end, Hong couldn't help but feel a little shy. Now it was Lai Luo's turn to introduce himself. Originally, Lai Luo wanted to introduce himself in a low-key way, to fish in troubled waters, but he didn't expect the system to suddenly do something else. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for triggering the mission, the real warrior is fearless. Real warriors are fearless, the real warriors are never afraid of anything, show their edge and challenge Orochimaru. Task reward, God level lottery point *1. Holy crap, what can I do? I can only say that it is really fragrant. Mr. Orochimaru, my name is Lai Luo, I am a civilian. My hope is to become a powerful ninja and protect the people I love. I want to challenge you and see the power of the legendary Sannin. After listening to Lai Luo's words, Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. What an interesting subordinate, I accept your challenge, come on, let me see your strength. Have the attitude of killing me, I won't give you too many chances. As expected of Orochimaru, he is very decisive. In fact, he also wanted to try Lai Luo's weird blood successor limit. The voice just fell. Call out. Lai Luo chose to retreat and hide himself for the first time. Not everyone was as stunned as Naruto Uzumaki in the original book. They were ninjas, not tanks. Hong and Xian have also flashed aside to watch the battle. Although I knew that these simple masking breaths would not have any effect on Orochimaru, it was also a correct decision to distance myself from being killed in seconds. Laser light, Lai Luo raised his hand behind the tree and a laser shot at Orochimaru. Orochimaru simply dodged in an instant. It's interesting, is this the trick you saw that day? Light speed kick, Lai Luo saw that the laser light did not have any effect on Orochimaru, so he rushed forward to limit Orochimaru with a physical technique, and suddenly Lai Luo's heart flashed. Flashbang, saw that a ball of light suddenly appeared in Lai Luo's hand, which was very dazzling. Normal people could not face strong light, and snakes were even more sensitive to light. Orochimaru was accidentally shaken by Lai Luo. At this moment, Lai Luo suddenly approached, Tian Song Cloud Sword, Lai Luo's right hand flashed light, and a lightsaber appeared in his hand, which was directly inserted into Orochimaru's chest, and the point of the sword protruded from his back. With a bang, the inserted Orochimaru turned into a wooden stake. It turned out that Orochimaru used the substitute technique. 2 done. Heart decapitation, Orochimaru appeared at Lai Luo's feet, reaching out to pull Lai Luo down. Light flash, Lai Luo turned into a light, flashed into the air, and directly avoided Orochimaru's attack. The backhand was a move, 8-tag Kianguyu, which fired countless dazzling light bullets at Orochimaru. 2 done. Tuliu's city wall, a city wall appeared from the ground, blocking Lai Luo's attack. But the city wall was hit with potholes. Pa pa pa. Orochimaru clapped his palms and walked out from behind the Tuliu city wall. Not bad, your performance exceeded my expectations, you can stop, I recognize you as a qualified subordinate. The speed of light is really too fast. Although Orochimaru had used ninjutsu, he was accidentally hit by one of the light bullets. There was an obvious gap in the hem of Orochimaru's clothes, and the edge of the gap was charred black. Jun Lai Luo, you gave me a big surprise, is that your bloodline limit? That's right, my bloodline limit is light escape. I can turn myself into light, have the speed of light, and release some simple light escape ninjutsu. Lai Luo replied. Now that it is used, there is no need to hide it. If you hide it blindly, it will make people feel that there is a ghost in your heart. After all, you have used it when you beat asthma before. It is better to admit it is your own blood. It's really interesting ability. Let's stop here for today. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, it's still the 4th training ground gathering, I'll take you to pick up your first mission, okay, disband. After speaking, the big snake Maru left in an instant. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the task and getting the god level lottery point *1. Then let's have a meal together at 6 o'clock tonight. Gather at the gate of this training ground. The three of Lai Luo made an appointment and left. Lai Luo went home. Hey, I didn't expect that my guide would be Orochimaru. Could it be because of the ability of glitter fruit? I'll have to pay more attention in the future. But don't worry too much, I have gleaming fruit, I can't beat it, but I can always run. Oh, yes, I still have a lottery point, let's see what I can draw. System, come out, I want to draw a lottery. After Lai Luo finished speaking, the turntable in his mind came out, and I saw that the 6 prizes this time were: S-Class Weapon, Lake Toya. S-Class Weapon, Hidao Ikemen. S-Class Weapon, Zanpakuto *Kin Renmaru. S-Class Weapon, Zanpakuto *Ryurin Ruohuo. S-Class Weapon, Infinity Blade. S-Class Weapon, Mercury Scimitar. Damn it, why are they all weapons? The weapon is the weapon, don't draw it to Lake Toya, it's just a wooden sword, it has a hair. Start the draw. Ding, congratulations to the host for getting. Chapter 7 S-Class Weapons. A brief moment of warmth. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining an S-Class weapon, Zanpakuto *Kinrenwan. Hahaha, it's not bad, it's good if it's not Toya Lake. What is that thing used for? Eating curry. Lai Luo was also very excited when he saw that he had drawn the ice ball. He remembered that Hiran Maru was the saber of the 10th Division captain, Hitsugaya Toshiro, in the manga Reaper. The strongest Zanpakuto of the ice and snow type in the Soul Society. The spirit of liberation of Binglanwan is also very domineering, it is, Xuantian sitting Binglanwan, sitting in the frosty sky. Binglanwan. At the end of the knife, an iron chain was born. At the end of the iron chain, there was a blade in the shape of a crescent moon, it looked like the tail of an ice dragon. The huge Ryatsu could create an ice dragon from the air, which could change the color of the world. Naruto, I can only draw S-Rank rewards Chapter 5. The power of this knife is only stronger than that of Naruto World's Ice Escape Blood Restriction. Thinking of this, Lai Luo couldn't help itching his hands. He wanted to try the power of Bing Luan Pill. He suddenly thought that Konoha had a number 44 training ground, known as the Forest of Death. There were many beasts in it, and there were usually few people. It was usually used as a Chunin exam. Examination room. It's sparsely populated and there are many beasts, isn't this just right? Lalo immediately set off for the Forest of Death. Death Forest. Lalo, who was wandering around in the forest, finally stopped. He looked at the creature in front of him and felt that he had found a suitable target for the test, a black bear. This black bear has dark fur and is full of momentum. It feels like it can already be called it's a ninja. Oh, poor black bear, you are unlucky, you met me Lai Luo today. Sit upright in the frosty sky. Binglan 1. Lai Luo was afraid that others would find out what was going on here, so he decided to make a quick solution, and immediately started to solve it when he came up. Icicles of birds, Lai Luo waved his knife forward with an ice wool pill in his hand, sending out a series of ice bullets, hitting the black bear in front of him. Roar! The black bear was instantly enraged, slapped the ground with 4 palms, rushed towards him, opened his mouth wide, and saliva flew out, and Lai Luo could even see the tongue shaking inside. Ice Dragon spinning tail, vacuum ice blade, Lai Luo slashed twice in a row, and the icy blade flew out, directly splitting the black bear in front of him and freezing it into ice cubes. It dissipated after cutting down a few trees. I didn't expect Bing Luan Wan's ability to be so strong. Fortunately, there is no one else here. Since I have already revealed the boundaries of Guanduan's bloodstains, then let Binglan Wan be my backhand. Usually, I can only use Binglan Wan as an ordinary knife. If in the village, the old pervert of the 3rd generation used the telescope technique to peep, and the scalp would feel numb just thinking about it, no wonder Tsunade wanted to run away from the village. Oops, with such a big commotion, someone in the village will definitely come to investigate later, you have to leave quickly. Thinking of this, Lai Luo quickly left. Figures flickered, and several people wearing masks and black robes jumped over and looked at the remaining ice cubes, bloodstains on the ground, and the ice where the trees were cut down. Ice escape ninjutsu. It is possible that the Wuin Shuryu clan and others are fighting here. What will the Kirigu ninja do here? You must report to the 3 generations of Naruto immediately. Walk. Several Umbu ninjas left immediately and ran towards the Naruto building. Naruto building. After listening to the descriptions of several Umbu ninjas, the 3 generations of Naruto frowned slightly. Fuin actually sent such characters to sneak into Konoha to investigate the situation. Although we don't know who he fought and exposed, we can't take it lightly. No one knows how many people Wuin village sent. The village of Wuin sent people to investigate the information. It seems that they are ready for war. Lord Hokage, should I? Speaking of this, Umbu ninja suddenly snorted and turned his eyes behind him, squeak. The door of Hokage's office was pushed open directly, and an old man with a cane and a bandage walked in. Risen, leave this matter to our roots. Our Konoha village can't be underestimated. I will find all the bed bugs hidden in the village. The only person who can enter the Hokage office without saying hello in advance is the old man in front of him. One of the top executives of Konoha, the leader of Konoha's roots, and a 3rd-generation good friend Shimura Danzo. Tanzo, you came on time. The 3 generations of Sarutobi Hizen said indifferently. Risen, you are Hokage, the tree of Konoha, and I am the root buried deep under Konoha. Danzo also doesn't make extra courtesies. We are absolutely obliged to do this. Okay. I'll leave this to you Danzo, but don't go too far. We Konoha must not be the party that starts the war. Humph, you are too weak, Hizen, we Konoha are not afraid of any village, don't worry, everything I do is for Konoha. After Danzo finished speaking, he pushed open the door and walked out. Go down too, strengthen the vigilance in the village. Yes. The 3rd generation lit another cigarette, and the smoke seemed a bit illusory. The entrance of the 4th training ground. After Lei Luo tried the knife and returned home, he remembered that the team members had made an appointment to have a dinner together at night, and hurried over when he saw the time. Yuri Hong looked at Lei Luo who was coming, and pouted, Lei Luo-kun, why did you come here? You're almost late. Lei Luo, isn't it late? Yuri Hong, how can you make a girl wait for you? Xian and I have been waiting here for a long time. Lei Luo, okay, it's all my fault. Maoyue Xian pulled her red, we agreed to meet at 6 o'clock at the time, but the 2 of us came a little early, and Lei Luo-kun is not late, so don't blame him anymore. Yuri Hong, humph, it's his fault that he's late, but since you said that, Xian, then I'll spare him. Lei Luo, okay, as an apology, let me have this dinner tonight, what do you 2 want to eat? Yuri Hong, it's almost the same, hee hee. After discussing a few words, the 3 decided to eat barbecue. To eat barbecue, you must eat the barbecue of the Chiu Dao family. Thinking about the general physique of the people in the Chiu Tao family, you must be able to maintain that strong figure without the help of the food. The Chiu Tao family barbecue is also called a tripod in the Konoha cuisine famous. Lei Luo was in a good mood tonight, of course it was cool to have 2 little beauties by her side, as the saying goes. Looking at Hong and Xian's shy little face, Lei Luo almost touched it. In addition, I took out the S-rank weapon, Hing Luan Wan, today, and my appetite was even more opened. Soon, in Hong's reluctance, the 3 separated. If it weren't for Yuhihi Kane being the eldest lady of the family, I would really like to go to Lei Luo's house to fall asleep at night. At night, Lei Luo lay on the bed, tomorrow will start the first mission as a ninja, I don't know what mission it will be. Orochimaru is a jonin, such a proud person should not lead the team to take on the tasks of catching cats and walking dogs. Forget it, it's useless to think so much. Sleep. Chapter 8 Sea-Level Mission, Exterminate the Bandits. Early in the morning, the 4th training ground. The 4th group has all assembled, waiting for the guidance of Shanjin Orochimaru to release the task. Hong Yuhi said excitedly, Lei Luo-kun, I don't know what tasks we will receive today. Maoyue Xian stood aside with her sword in her arms. I heard that many seniors who graduated before, the first tasks they took were simple tasks of catching cats, walking dogs and carrying water. Hong Yuhi pouted, what? This kind of thing can be done without a ninja at all. Lei Luo said helplessly, okay, Hong, don't worry, after all, our teacher is Lord Orochimaru and won't accept those simple tasks. Lei Luo-kun is right, you are my subordinates of Orochimaru. I don't know when, Orochimaru has appeared in front of them. Very well, no one is late, remember, as a ninja, the concept of time is the most important thing. I have already accepted the first task for you, the sea-level task, to exterminate the bandits. Sea-level mission. Yes, your mission is to suppress the bandits on the Moxigan Mountain near Moxixi village, a border village between the Kingdom of Fire and the Kingdom of Tian. The bandits here have been entrenched on the Moxigan Mountain for a long time, often looting nearby villages and passing caravans. Moxixi village came to our Konoha to issue a mission, asking to exterminate the bandits here. Unless necessary for this mission, I will not take action. If I take action, the mission will fail. This time, Lai Luo, as the leader of the team, will give you 30 minutes to prepare. After 30 minutes, we will gather at the entrance of the village. Orochimaru left in an instant. There are always a lot of bandits in the world of Hokage, which can be said to be countless. They use natural dangers such as mountains and rivers as barriers, and they plunder and kill every time after a while. The people in the village are regarded as domestic animals, and the gang of gangsters on Moxigan Mountain is one of them. This mission also means that Lai Luo will have the first real battle after crossing into the Naruto world. After gathering at the entrance of the village, Orochimaru led Lai Luo and the three of them out of the village and galloped all the way towards Moxigan Mountain. When we arrived at Moxigan Mountain, it was already evening. The mission this time is to exterminate all the people in the cottage. Lai Luo, you can act now. This is a signal gun. After 2 hours, gather here. If you release the signal gun in the cottage in advance, it will be regarded as this time. Mission failed. Action. After speaking, Orochimaru disappeared, not knowing where to hide in the forest. The night was pitch black as a cloud of ink, without a trace of moonlight. Sometimes a gust of cold wind blows, and the branches make a noise like a night owl. The system prompt suddenly sounded in Lai Luo's mind. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for triggering the mission, the first drop of blood. First drop of blood, as a ninja, fighting to kill is essential. Please exterminate all the bandits. Task reward, God level lottery point *1. After Orochimaru left, the three of Lai Luo got together. Lai Luo temporarily spoke as the captain and said, according to the information, there are about 40 active bandits in this cottage, all adult men, and a small number of poor women who were kidnapped up the mountain by them. There are only 3 of us, only out weak, incompetent. There is a post in front of the cottage, and there are 3 people at the post. We need to kill them first, and then use the transformation technique to transform into their appearance and sneak into the cottage to assassinate. If the Shanzai is in turmoil, indicating that the assassination is exposed, then gather at the post to prevent the thieves from escaping down the mountain. Are there any doubts? Start without doubts. Hong Yuhi seemed to be unbearable, and asked Lai Luo, will all the old people, women and children in the cottage also be killed? Lai Luo sighed and replied, of course not, as ninjas, our mission is the first, and those bandits will definitely be exterminated. As for the women who were kidnapped up the mountain by them, they can save them if they can. Kurenai Yuhi pursed her lips and said nothing more. Lai Luo, any questions now? Yuri Hong and Yuzuki Yuyen, no doubt. Laidlaw, okay, let's get started. Lai Luo silently came to the back of a sentry, and covered the mouth of the bandit with one hand, and the kunai in the other hand slid across the bandit's neck in an instant. Lai Luo looked at the other 2 sentries, and Yuri Hong and Yuzuki Shien had also successfully killed them. The 3 looked at each other and used the transformation technique based on the appearance of the sentry in front of them. It's really easy for ninjas to deal with these ordinary people. All he is worried about is the psychological state of Yuri Hong and Yuzuki Yuyen. The 3 dispersed, sneaked into the cottage, and the assassination began. Ho ho, blood gushed out, and the bandit's eyes widened, but he was unable to struggle. August 9th, 10, at this moment, life has become a cold number. Looking at the fallen bandit in front of him, the ice will pill in Lai Luo's hand did not stop, entered another room, and continued to complete the task. Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 6. Lai Duo thought to himself, the first time he killed someone, he didn't feel the kind of soft-hearted and disgusting feeling described in the novels he read in his previous life. After all, he came to this world, and the 3 battles are imminent. Orochimaru may have also thought of this, and will bring them out to perform killing tasks when they have just graduated from school, so as to train them early. It would be a relief for them to be able to die unconsciously. Enemy attack. Suddenly, the piercing cries of bandits came from the yard in the distance. Immediately afterwards, the lights in the cottage continued to light up. It seems to be exposed after all. Lai Luo killed the bandit in front of him and rushed towards the post. I'm sorry, I was careless and let the thief find out and shouted it out. The 3 of them gathered together, but Hong Yuhi said with guilt on his face. It doesn't matter, most of our tasks have been completed, and the remaining soldiers, the old and the weak, can't make any waves. Lai Luo comforted. The most important thing is that we continue to complete the task. After Lai Luo finished speaking, he rushed up again. With the time to speak, the bandits have gathered over. Lai Luo slashed a thief's throat with an ice will pill and immediately did a backflip, narrowly dodging the knife that slashed at him. One instantly came behind the other and slashed with a knife. Go to hell. A big man with a ferocious face stabbed Lai Luo in the waist with a knife while he was being entangled by his companions. Unfortunately, the expected blood spurt did not appear. The direction in which the big knife was stabbed turned into a bright light, and then disappeared. Natural department. Elementalized. No, it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. When you kill innocent people indiscriminately, you will end up like this sooner or later. Lai Luo turned around and said lightly. Reaching out a finger, a golden light flashed away. In the next second, a blood hole as wide as a finger appeared on the head of this hideous bandit and fell to the ground. The corpses were lying on the ground in a mess, and the air was full of the pungent smell of blood. Suddenly a flash of lightning flashed across the sky, followed by a torrential downpour. After more than half an hour, the 3 of Lai Luo got together again, and there were only corpses on the ground behind them, most of them died in Lai Luo's hands. This heavy rain made the blood pooled into countless streams flowing on the ground, and then slowly seeped into the soil. The thieves in the entire cottage were all dead, leaving only a few poor girls who were kidnapped by them, who were cowering and hiding in a room, crying in fear. The system's prompt also sounded in Lai Luo's mind again. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for completing the first drop of blood on the mission and destroying all the bandits. Get the mission reward God level lottery point *1. Chapter 9 S level props, fairy beans. It's finally over, Lai Luo thought. When the 3 of Lai Luo arrived at the meeting place agreed with Orochimaru, Orochimaru was already waiting there. Orochimaru, well done, those women will be taken in by Moxigan village, let's go back to the village. Yes. Lai Luo-kun, you are really a qualified ninja seedling, I can't help it. He. In the pouring rain, Orochimaru's voice seemed extremely feminine. After returning to the village and submitting the mission report, the Orochimaru team disbanded and went back to rest. As for Orochimaru, it disappeared before entering the village, and I don't know where it went. Lai Luo returned home, washed briefly, and fell asleep. Although Lai Luo has the ability of the glittering fruit and the ice will pill, but his body is very ordinary, and after a long battle, mental fatigue is unavoidable. After sleeping for a long time, Lai Luo woke up. Ah, I finally feel alive. It's really tiring after a day of rushing and fighting. It's like a fight like the generation of Senju Hashima and the ninja Shura Uchiha Madara that lasts for a long time. How did you persevere? No wonder Madara Uchiha keeps saying, do you want to dance just because of you? In his eyes, everyone except Senju Hakuma is rubbish. Lai Luo stretched, if he met Madara in the future, he could say, I not only want to dance, but also dance. System, come out, I remember that I still have a god-level lottery point, right? System, yes, host, you still have a god-level lottery point. Lai Luo, system, don't you have any special abilities or something? Just a lottery turntable. System, Yes, the system has its own storage space, but the storage space can only store system lottery items. Lai Luo, damn it, why didn't you say it earlier? I thought you were the turntable. System, host, you didn't ask me either. Lai Luo, Lai Luo, forget it, I don't care about your system, I'm going to draw a lottery. System, ding. Random rewards are being drawn. The sound of the system machinery appeared again, and 6 different rewards appeared again in the 6 fan-shaped reels. S-Class Skill, Return of Life. S-Rank Skill, Eye of Darkness. S-Class Items, Devil Fruit. Meatball Fruit. S-Class Item, Fairy Bean *1. S-Level Skills, Forbidden Art. 8 Dun Armors. S-Class Weapon, Lake Toya. Lai Luo, damn it, why did Lake Toya appear again? Are you targeting me in the system? System, all reward draws are random, don't blame the system for the host's black face. Laidlaw, 0.0. Lai Luo, fortunately, except for Lake Toya, the others are okay, it is worthy of being an S-level reward. Return of Life is a skill that appeared in One Piece. It can freely control the body, hair, and internal organs. As long as the consciousness is poured into it, it can freely control any place. The Eye of Darkness is the core of the male magician in the dungeon, using the Eye of Darkness to replace the heart of the body, thereby obtaining huge magic power. Do not die even if HP is 0, but enter recovery mode. This is a huge amount of chakra combined with an immortal body in the ninja world. With this, why don't you want to make waves? Lai Luo thought to himself. The third meatball fruit is the same as the glitter fruit that has been eaten, it is the devil fruit from One Piece. It is a type of devil fruit superhuman. After eating it, you will have a pad of meat like a cat's paw in your palm. It can bounce anything, including fatigue, pain, and even injuries. It can also bounce air into a palm at the speed of light. Shape shock waves and pierce objects continuously. The fairy beans after that are a magical item from Dragon Ball. As long as there is still a breath, no matter how many injuries you eat, you can recover well. Forbidden Technique. 8 Gates of Duanjia is Matakai's unique trick, almost kicked out the Hokage finale, the current mate Kai is only his graduate of the same period, and it is far from the future Kai Huang. The last pit, the garbage wooden sword, Lake Toya not to mention. Lai Luo, draw, let's start the lottery. Ding dong, prizes are being drawn. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for obtaining an S-Class item, Shiendo *1. Lai Luo looked at the results of the lottery and pouted. Although the fairy bean is very useful, there is only one. Talking is better than nothing, and it is another chance to save lives. Lai Luo knew that the outbreak of the Third World War was not far away, and he must improve himself as soon as possible to develop the ability of the glittering fruit. All intrigues and tricks are paper tigers in front of strength. Only when you are strong enough can you control everything. At the same time, somewhere in the Konoha border area, the Orochimaru secret laboratory. Orochimaru took out a hair and started a simple test. Not long after, Orochimaru looked at the test results with a frenzy. Is there a strong vitality in the cells? It can even promote the growth of plants. I don't know how it will react with Muduin cells. Boundary of the light escape Shueji. As far as I know, this kind of special Shueji has not appeared in the ninja world for hundreds of years. It is very similar to the hydration technique of the ghost lamp family, but it has great penetrating power and heat. In terms of pure combat, it is far superior to the hydration technique of the ghost lamp family. However, what I value is not this kind of combat ability. Lai Luo-kun, you really gave me a big surprise. Further experiments were continued. And that hair is Lai Luo's hair, and I don't know when Orochimaru kept it. Behind him, on the dark wall, are densely packed with dozens of huge petri dishes as tall as one person. In this petri dish, dozens of human bodies of different ages are quietly soaking in it. There are delicate women, strong men, and children. In the following days, Lai Luo would train with Hong and Xian every day, familiarize himself with his abilities, and further develop them. All the abilities of the devil fruit are developed slowly, and the system rewards are only those developed by the yellow monkey at the beginning. In his previous life, Lai Luo lived in the era of information explosion. He didn't know how much bigger his brain hole was than that of Kizaru, so it should be no problem to develop some abilities that suit him. As a Sannin, Orochimaru has to be busy with research again. It takes about a month for the fourth team to send out a mission. At first, they were all about exterminating bandits and escorting supplies. Later, they began to accept some tasks of chasing down rebellion and investigating intelligence. With the passage of time and the gathering of intelligence, Laidlaw knew that peaceful days would not be long. Just like that, a year and a half passed slowly. Konoha Hokage Building. A shadow flashed by and appeared in Hokage's office. Hokage-sama, urgent information. Chapter 10 Emergency Information, the war is about to start. Hokage-sama, urgent information. The troops of Shine Village are gathering at the border, and many leading troops have entered the hinterland of our country of fire. After listening to the report from Umbu in front of him, Sarutobi Hizen Sandai took a deep breath. 3 generations of Fengying disappeared a few years ago, and there have been many conflicts between my country of fire and the country of wind. Do you want to start a war by gathering a large army this time? Umbu, Lord Hokage, the troops of Yenin village have also assembled on a large scale in Kamabashi Bridge, intending to attack the country of grass. The country of grass is only a small country, but its geographical location is located on the border between the two countries, serving as a strategic buffer point for the two countries. Sarutobi Hizen, it seems that this is an appointment between the two countries. What about Yunin and Kirin? Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 7. Umbu, I haven't received any news yet. Sarutobi Hizen put down the bong in his hand and exhaled. Notify the elders and Orochimaru to gather for a meeting. Hokage Building Conference Room. Sarutobi Hizen picked up the bong and took a breath, then said, according to our information, both Sandy and Iwayakura have begun to gather troops at the border. What do you think? Turning to bed, Xiaochun snorted coldly. Sandine village and Yenin village gather troops, there is no doubt that the purpose is to start a war. Humph, isn't it war? We Konoha are not afraid of any village, Danzo said firmly. After listening to Danzo's words, Sarutobi Hizen didn't say much, but asked sideways, Orochimaru, what do you think? Orochimaru replied, Teacher, I think what Elder Danzang said makes sense, but it's still too simple to read. Although only Shine Village and Yenin Village are active now, once a war begins, Yunin and Wuin will definitely take advantage of the situation. We Konoha have no problem with 1-on-2, but 1-on-4 is impossible. Sarutobi Hizen nodded, then what do you think our Konoha should do? Orochimaru licked the corner of his mouth. First, send troops to the border to show our Konoha attitude. Second, contact Yunin and Wuin to see if an alliance can be formed. If the alliance is successful, Sandine and Iwayan will be like the turtle in the urn, is nothing to worry about. Sarutobi Hizuchi, very good, just do as you said. Orochimaru, you lead the team to the country of grass, and Yenin will leave it to you. Let Tsukumo lead Sandine's side. As for Kirigakushi and Yunin's side? Sarutobi Hizen was a little unsure for a while. Danzo, Misty and Yunin will leave it to Uchiha. Since they are in Konoha, they should dedicate their strength to the village. Sarutobi Hizuchi, but most of the Uchiha family are good at fire escape, and they will be restrained by the fog. Danzo, hey, Rizeo, don't forget the teacher's teachings. Sarutobi Hizen thought for a while, yes, then Uchiha. However, let the Hyuga clan go after the hidden mist. Their white eyes can see through the hidden mist technique, which is just right. Then he continued, Xiaochun, Men Yen, the logistics can be left to the two of you. No problem, we won't hold back Konoha. Xiaochun and Midaman Yen responded in response. After the meeting was over, the 3 generations of Sarutobi Hizen immediately summoned the head of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Fugaku. After a long discussion, the 3rd generation finally persuaded the Uchiha family to go to the Kirigakura border to station. Uchiha Fuyue left the Hokage building, returned to the Uchiha clan, and immediately called a family meeting. Uchiha clan, Nanga Shrine. The third generation hopes that our Uchiha clan can go to the border of the country of water to garrison. If Kirigakushi starts a war, our Uchiha will be the vanguard, and then the third generation will send troops to support. What do you think about this matter? Uchiha Fuyue got straight to the point and directly stated the requirements of the third generation. Since the death of the mirror, the three generations have long stopped treating us Uchiha as a part of the village. I disagree. The old man who spoke was full of anger. It was one of the elders of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Beacon. The Uchiha mirror mentioned in his words is the elite Hunin of the Uchiha clan. When he was young, he served as a member of the second-generation Hokage elite guards. Sleeping Xiaochun and Qiu Dao Tsufeng are teammates. Mirror has a strong will to fire, dedicated his life to Konoha, and is one of the few Uchiha clansmen who can gain the trust of the second-generation Hokage. However, in the eyes of the Uchiha clan, if Mirror does not die, it is very likely that he will become a member of Konoha's elders. At that time, their Uchiha's prestige in Konoha will be even higher. It's a pity that Jing, who was highly hoped by the clan, died in an ordinary intelligence mission. When the mirror was killed, the Uchiha family was shaken for several days. Reason? It's simple. The recovered corpse of Uchiha Mirror is missing a pair of eyes. 3-hook jade writing will I. Even Shimura Danzo, who participated in the mission with Kagami, lost an eye. I believe everyone knows what the importance of Sharingan means to Uchiha. The coincidence of this has to be taken seriously by the Uchiha clan. To this end, Uchiha also forcibly formed an investigation team to investigate the secret of Uchiha's death. It is a pity that the investigation team was disbanded by the three generations of Hokage and Shimura Danzo as soon as the investigation began. Yes, this is definitely a conspiracy of the senior Konoha, please think twice. Uchiha Sky Silkworm is also one of the elders of Uchiha. That's right. Yeah. Other tribesmen also expressed their opposition. Don't worry, as a condition for participating in the war, we Uchiha can participate in the 4th Hokage campaign. And after the war, we Uchiha will have 2 places to enter Anbu. After Uchiha Fuyue finished speaking, the clansmen became quiet. Uchiha Fenghua, Lord Patriarch, do you think the words of the third generation are credible? Uchiha Fuyue is full of confidence. 3 generations will definitely not lose faith in such trivial matters as the 2 Anbu places. As for the 4th generation Hokage election, if our Uchiha wins great military exploits on the battlefield, even if the 3 generations are obstructed, the huge prestige are enough to push us up. This is one of our few opportunities. I think it's worth a try. I believe in our Uchiha clan. Uchiha Fenghua heard the words, pondered for a while, and then replied. Okay. Now that you are the patriarch, then we will listen to you, Lord Fuyue. Everything is for Uchiha. For Uchiha. The clansmen were enthusiastic. Okay. Then I announced that the Uchiha family army was established today. Everyone go back and get ready and set off today. Uchiha Fuyue is in high spirits. Yes. The tribesmen responded in succession. At the same time, Lai Luo finally ushered in their new task. Chapter 11 New Missions, Expose. The Laidlaw trio are training at the 4th training ground as usual. As the war draws near and the people in the village are mobilized, a tense atmosphere has spread. In the past year and a half, the 3 of Laidlaw have steadily improved. With Lai Luo's further development of Glitter Fruit, he has not only become comfortable with Glitter Fruit's original abilities, but also developed many new abilities. Light Escape. Light Therapy. I saw that the wound on the leg of the rabbit in Lailo's hand quickly healed with a burst of soft light. After the rabbit's wounds were all healed, Laidlaw put it down. Wow, Lai Luo, your technique is finally completed. Hong cheered happily. That's right, this technique is one of the abilities of Lai Luo's newly developed Glitter Fruit. Its principle is similar to the Palm Immortal technique, by activating cells in the body to achieve a healing effect. However, the recovery ability of Palm Immortal Art consumes the patient's original vitality, and Lai Luo's light contains a strong vitality. In addition to this healing ability, he also develops several powerful lethal tricks by relying on the glittering fruit, just waiting for someone to test it. Among the 3 of Lai Luo, Xian majored in swordsmanship, and Hong majored in illusion. What the team lacked was medical ability, and the skills Lei Luo developed now just made up for the team's shortcomings. In the past year and a half, not only did Lai Luo make progress, but Hong also learned a lot of illusion techniques from his father, and even mastered a illusion technique. When people see the most fearful scene in their hearts, they lose the ability to resist and are slaughtered by others. Xian's Konoha-ryu swordsmanship has also progressed rapidly, and now the Konoha-ryu swordsmanship Dance of the Three Suns and Moons can be easily used. Moreover, with the improvement of the strength of the three and the continuous completion of the tasks, now all three of Lai Luo have been promoted to Chunin, and during the year and a half of getting along, Xian has also become Lai Luo's girlfriend. The mission progress of the Campus Overlord Mission 2 that was triggered at that time reached February 3rd. Although Lai Luo also wanted to complete the mission and get the God-level lottery points, Lai Luo was not a stallion, and things like feelings could only be left to nature. However, the task of promoting Chunin in wartime is very simple. As long as you master 3 C-rank ninjutsu, you can be promoted to Chunin. It is conceivable that the conflict between the land of fire, the land of wind, and the land of soil has become more and more serious. Just when Hong and Xian cheered for the successful development of Lai Luo's new technique, Orochimaru suddenly came to the 4th training ground. "Hey, I'm sorry, my dear subordinates." Orochimaru said sorry, but his expression was still cold. "In the next period of time, I have some things. You are all Chunin now, and you can do the task without the Shangnin leading the team. Then during my absence, Lai Luo will lead the team as the captain. The team has completed the task. As for the task, I have already taken it for you. Hey, I hope you'll all be alive when we meet next time." After saying that, he handed the quest scroll to Lai Luo, and then disappeared in an instant. After Orochimaru left, Lai Luo immediately opened the quest scroll to check the content of the quest. B-level mission, investigate the caravan. The task that the 4th squad will perform is to track and scout a suspected caravan. The whereabouts of this caravan was a little strange, so Konoha was eyeing it. The situation is turbulent now, and it is possible for all to go to war at any time, so we cannot let go of any suspicious places. But just staring at it, it is impossible to send someone directly to attack. You must first conduct an investigation to confirm his identity. Otherwise, as long as it is suspected, it will be directly eliminated, and the country of fire will be in chaos. The 4th squad does not need to fight, but only needs to track and investigate. Once a problem with the caravan is found, it will immediately send back information and report it to the village. But if the caravan was really sent by the enemy village and there were ninjas hidden, then the 4th squad might be attacked at any time. Because of this, this mission is rather special. It is only a B-level mission to investigate the caravan. After learning about the situation of the mission, Lai Luo asked Hong and Xian to go back to prepare, and then set off at the entrance of the village. Out of Konoha. The 4th shift went all the way. A few days later, the 3 of Lai Luo appeared in a small town far away from Konoha. The caravan, the last information showed, stayed in this small town. When the 4th shift arrived, it just so happened that the caravan was about to set off. The 3 of Lai Luo naturally followed quietly, and secretly observed the situation of the caravan. This caravan seems to have no flaws, dozens of people, no one shows any strangeness, it seems that they are ordinary people. But after following him all the way, and after moving forward for a while, Laidlaw gradually discovered something was wrong. "There's something wrong with this caravan." Lai Luo spoke softly, but his tone was very firm. "Did you find anything?" Hong looked at Laylo with a little doubt, not understanding why Laylo was so sure. "Have you noticed, this caravan seems to be all ordinary people." Lai Luo's eyes flickered, looking at the caravan in front, and said softly. "What is there to doubt about that? Red is still unknown, so it seems that they are ordinary people, so there should be no problem." Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 8. Lei Luo shook his head seriously. "No, this is an abnormal place. Now that the ninja world is so chaotic, how can a caravan not hire ninja guards? Because everyone looks like ordinary people, there is something wrong with this team." Hearing Lei Luo say this, she immediately reacted. What do you mean? That's right, there must be an enemy ninja hiding in this caravan. Lai Luo was very sure. Although I don't know what their purpose is, it's enough to just confirm their identities. Since Captain Orochimaru can hand over this task to us, it must be something that has been discovered in the previous investigation. What we have to do is to continue to investigate their true identities. Xian nodded and said, well, our mission is to investigate, and now it is completed, but how to submit the mission is a problem. Hong said with a slight headache, it's impossible to just leave them alone. If they suddenly disappear and hide, it's also a big problem, and they have to follow. Let's do it, Lai Luo, you are fast, go back alone and pass the information back to the village, how about me and Xian continue to follow? Listening to Hong's words, Lai Luo suddenly shook his head, the corners of his mouth twitched slightly. It's no longer needed. Why? They found us. Chapter 12 Intense Battle, Kill Shangnan. What? Although I don't know how the other party perceives it, it is already a fact that they have exposed. However, it can be seen that the guys in the caravan are definitely not ordinary ninjas, I am afraid they are sentient ninjas. At this moment, the caravan in front had already stopped, and some figures looked back with awe-inspiring eyes. Whoosh! A few guys who looked like ordinary people instantly showed extraordinary speed and completely exposed the identity of this caravan. How to do? Hong looked at those people directly showing their speed, rushed towards this side, and immediately looked at Lai Luo. Judging from the movement speed of these people, they should all be elite Chunin. This is an elite army composed of elite Chunin, so the leader should be a Jonin. Since they're here, they'll all be slaughtered. Looking at the rushing enemy, Lai Luo's eyes were stern. The guy in the lead over there should be a Jonin. That Hunin, can you stop it? Lai Luo asked. Can. Hong and Xian looked serious, but nodded anyway. That's good, leave the rest to me. Next moment. Lai Luo's figure flickered and rushed directly to the nearest ninja. Laser Ray raised his hand and shot at the ninja in front of him, but then he flashed and appeared in front of another ninja, holding the ice will pill and slashing fiercely on the neck of the enemy ninja. In just one face-to-face, the enemy has already been eliminated by two Chunin. Damn it! The enemy Hunin let out a low growl, and was about to go forward to attack Lai Luo, but was blocked by Hong and Xian. Illusion. Nariku's art of seeing, the red fingers flew, quickly forming a seal, and raising his hand was a killer move. The enemy Hunin seemed to have seen the most fearful thing, and he was instantly in a trance. Of course, Xian would not miss this great opportunity, and stabbed the enemy directly into the heart of the enemy with the sword. To Xian's surprise, the Jounin in front of him actually shattered and turned into ice cubes. Ice clone. This time, it finally completely exposed the source of this elite force. Fog Hidden Village. This captain is a ninja of the Mizunoyuki clan. The one used is the Shueji boundary ice escape. Far away. Two corpses fell in front of Laidlaw. And around, there are still 5 elite Chunin. All of them had shocked expressions on their faces. Damn! This guy. Kill them in an instant. The speed is really too fast. Watch out, he's here again. Lai Luo's figure suddenly rushed in front of a person, holding the ice will pill in his hand, and waved it suddenly. The person in front of him has been separated. Water escape. Water Dragon Ball technique. Wind escape. Wind cut. Water escape. Water rushes. While the remaining ninjas were horrified, when Lalo cut the ninja in half, he unhesitatingly launched ninjutsu. In an instant, the wind whistled and the water was soaring. Whoa! The water flow was wrapped in a gust of wind, rolling like a stormy sea, and it would devour Lai Luo with a bang. But Lai Luo didn't care, turned into light and flew into the sky in an instant. Yagata Kyangu raised his hand and countless light bombs smashed down. After Lai Luo's continuous adaptation and development of the ability of the glittering fruit, the power of Yagata Kyanguyu is now close to S-rank ninjutsu. Under this dense and dazzling light bullet, the remaining Chunin was inevitably beaten into a sieve. Very good. The corner of Lai Luo's mouth lifted slightly, his figure flickered, and disappeared in place. At the same time, the battle between Hong and Shiyen and Mizunoyuki Joinin was extremely fierce. Although Hong and Shiyen are only chunin, the combination of illusion and swordsmanship is extremely difficult, so Suzuki Hunin has to be careful. But Shui Wuyue Shangren has the bloodstain limit of ice escape after all, and Shangren has more chakra than the red too, and has always been in the upper hand. And Hong and Shiyen's chakra is about to be exhausted, and their physical strength is also exhausted, and they can't hold on anymore. Humph, you guys are about to hold on. It's enough to be arrogant that two chunin can hold me for so long. After killing you, I will send the remaining kid down to accompany you. Shui Wuyue Shangren said fiercely. Joinin faced chunin, and he couldn't help but feel irritated without winning it for so long. At this moment, his heart suddenly tightened, and he immediately formed a seal and used the substitute technique. Bang! A ray of light hit him where he was standing. I'm not ashamed to say it, and I don't know who is going to send whom. It was Lai Luo who came. Hong, Shiyen, you two should rest aside first, recover from your injuries, and stay alert. As for this guy, leave it to me. Lai Luo looked like no one else, and completely angered Suzuki Hunin. Damn kid, who are you looking down on? I'm the joinin of the Shui Wuyue clan. Ice escape or swallow blowing snow. Shui Wuyue Hunin quickly formed a seal, and quickly blew out hundreds of ice crystal shuriken, flying towards Lai Luo overwhelmingly. Lai Luo sneered disdainfully, his body flashed with light, and the ice crystal shuriken that flew from light escape. Resist Halo were blocked one after another, turned into snow water with ease, and then evaporated cleanly. Can't afford the slightest wave. Don't underestimate the temperature of light. Now the temperature of light has reached 4,000 or 5,000 degrees Celsius, which is comparable to the temperature of the surface of the sun. Seeing this, Shui Wuyue Hunin didn't change his expression, the knot in his hand flew over, and then he released the technique. Ice escape. Magic mirror ice crystal. I saw an ice mirror suddenly condensed and surrounded Lalo. Lai Luo has now remembered this technique, which is the unique trick that Naruto's 7th squad in the original book faced in the mission of the Land of Waves. This technique uses ice to condense the moisture in the air, forming an ice mirror to surround the opponent. The caster can move in the ice mirror at will to attack the opponent. To crack this technique, the ice mirror must be broken. Now that he thought of a solution, Lai Duo let it go. Light escape. Laser cannon. This trick is that Lalo gathers the light attribute chakra in his body and gathers it into his hands for release. The gathered light has terrifying penetrating power and heat, which is equivalent to an advanced level of laser light. Ninjutsu. With a loud bang, the ice mirror in front of him had been shattered and evaporated, and Lai Luo was also freed from the ice mirror. Ninjutsu was broken. Shui Wuyue Shangren half knelt on the ground with blood on the corner of his mouth. Damn! What kind of ninjutsu is this? The speed is so fast. The heat is so high. The faces of the ninjas from Mist Ninja Village were unbelievable. The magic mirror ice crystals of their family were A-level ninjutsu. Coupled with the weirdness of the ice escape, he can use it to trap 3 ninjas on the same level. But I didn't expect that in the hands of this young man, he couldn't even hold it for 1 round. The light in the hand of light escape. Tian Song Yunjian condenses and wraps the ice will pill. This is also the result of the development of the glittering fruit. Tian Song Yunjian can not only condense into a lightsaber in the hand, but also cover the weapon in the hand with light to enhance its power. Lai Luo immediately slashed at Suzuki Kamijin with a knife. In the face of Lalo's move, Suzuki Hunin didn't even have a chance to dodge. Lalo's speed was too fast. Ice escape. Bing congealing the wall. In this situation, Shui Wuyue Shangren can only display the ice escape ninjutsu and wants to resist. But the ice wall in front of him was instantly shattered, and Lalo had already slashed his neck with a knife. Not to mention him himself, even the ice wall defense ninjutsu, which he had high hopes for, was like tofu, easily cut off by Lai Luo. Ice escape blood follows the limit, not only has a high attack, but also slows down the enemy's speed. But facing Lei Luo's light escape, it seems that he has encountered a natural enemy, and there is no chance of resistance at all. Chapter 13 Mission Delivery, Hitaki Kakashi. Call. Seeing Mizuki Hunin in front of him lose his vitality, Lei Luo couldn't help but feel relieved and heaved a sigh of relief. Seeing this, Hong and Xian walked over quickly and asked, "Are you alright?" "It's okay, I'm just exhausted." Lei Luo shook his head. Although the glittering fruit is powerful, the premise is to have strong physical support. Although he has been exercising frantically this year, he is still young, and the consumption of glittering fruits is huge. In other words, his attack power and speed are very powerful, but his stamina is not enough. When dealing with any enemy, he can only fight quickly. Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 9. I'll go check the corpse, and then we'll hurry back to the village to report. It is good. Going to the bodies of the Misty Ninjas, Lei Luo began to search. To Lei Luo's disappointment, the weapons used by these Misty Ninjas were just ordinary steel swords, and there was no ninja. As for the captain's body, he didn't even find anything, so he was a little speechless. It seems that it's just a simple reconnaissance ninja team in Mist Ninja Village, and there are no important people. After shaking his head, Laidlaw took out a scroll. This is a scroll specially used to seal props. It killed 1 Jonin and 7 Chunin. There is no evidence. The corpse must be sealed and brought back. Even if it is a dead person, the village can obtain information from the dead body. Soon, Lei Luo sealed the bodies of the 8 ninjas into the scroll. Those ordinary people in the caravan were affected by the aftermath of the previous battle, and there was not a single survivor. This is the sadness of ordinary people without power. After packing everything up, the 3 of Lei Luo hurried to the direction of the village. Konoha. Naruto Building. The third generation looked at the mission report submitted by Lei Luo, and then looked at the sealed scroll that was put aside. Wuin Village. Go and give this scroll to the intelligence department and let them check it to see if they can get any information. Yes. Umbu suddenly appeared, took the scroll and left. That scroll was the one that sealed the corpses of the ninjas in Kiryan village. Speaking of this. After the 3 of Lei Luo came back and submitted the mission intelligence book and the seal scroll, they disbanded and went back to rest. Lei Luo returned home, looked at the familiar surroundings, touched the table with a thin layer of dust. He muttered to himself, "I seem to have forgotten to close the window when I go out." Then he turned the calendar hanging on the wall 7 pages to today's date. Laidlaw cleaned the house carefully, then took the trash can and went out to take out the trash. He dumped the garbage in the big trash can by the road, and when Lei Luo was about to turn around and go back, a voice suddenly came from behind, "Hey! Lord Lei Luo! Long time no see." Lei Luo turned his head and looked in the direction of the sound, and sure enough, he saw a young man wearing goggles, about a dozen meters away, that is, diagonally across the street, shouting and waving at him. Uchiha Obito. The tail of the crane that I could barely hold back at the ninja school. Beside him, stood a seemingly thin boy and a young girl with a gentle smile. The young man had silver hair and was wearing a mask that covered most of his face, leaving only his eyes exposed. With his hands in his pockets, he looked a little tugged. After seeing this young man, Lei Luo couldn't help but stunned, and almost shouted, "Hanmo 55. Dressed like this, it's not Hitaki Kakashi, who else could it be?" Shaking his head, throwing away his chaotic thoughts, he carried the trash can and walked over to Uchiha Obito who was yelling at him. "Long time no see, Lei Luo-kun." The girl greeted with a gentle smile. It was Lei Luo's classmate, Uchiha Obito's teammate, Noera Rin. "Lei Luo, what a coincidence, I didn't expect to meet you as soon as we came back from outside the village. Lin and I are now Chunin." With a sunny smile on Uchiha Obito's face, he spoke to Lei Luo. "Ah, I forgot to introduce you. This dead fisheye is a teammate of our team. His name is Hitaki Kakashi." "Oh, hello, Kakashi, my name is Leilo." "Well, hello, I'm Kakashi Hitaki." Hitaki Kakashi responded casually, turned the dead fish eyes that had no emotional fluctuations, and put his eyes on Lai Luo who was standing in front of him, and there was no trace of curiosity in his eyes. At this time, Uchiha Obito suddenly said, "That's right. Lai Luo-kun, we are going to eat ramen at a ramen restaurant. Would you like to come too? Today is my treat." Looking at Obito's enthusiastic appearance, Leilo's face twitched. Although the two were classmates, they were the two well-known crane tails at the ninja school, but they didn't have much overlap, which was too familiar. At this moment, Lai Luo suddenly thought that he still had a mission related to Kakashi. Campus Overlord Mission 1, defeat all male ninjas during the same period. This task is only one of Kakashi. Thinking of this, Lai Luo nodded to Obito and said, "That's fine, but I have to challenge Kakashi first." Then he said to Kakashi, "Kakashi, I heard that you are a genius who graduated early this year. I want to challenge you, you won't dare." Kakashi had an arrogance of his own, and he was also a little curious about Leilo, so he agreed. Fourth Training Ground. Leilo and Kakashi stood on the field, their hands tied with the seal of opposition. Then Lai Luo rushed towards Kakashi in an instant. Leilo raised his hand and sent two laser beams towards Kakashi. Bah! Bah! To Lai Luo's surprise, Kakashi was shot through by the laser light before he had time to react. Kakashi! No error, Rin exclaimed. Boom! Following Lin's exclamation, Kakashi, who had been pierced by the laser beam, instantly turned into a piece of wood. What a quick substitute technique! Lai Luo frowned. Lai Luo's pores tightened, he reacted directly, and pointed the direction behind him. Sure enough, Kakashi's attack was already at hand. I saw Kakashi's right wrist gently rotate, and the kunai in his hand drew a perfect curve in the air, and appeared in front of Lai Luo's throat in the blink of an eye. As expected of the son of Hitaki Sakumo, this is fast enough. But I am the speed of light. Lai Luo dodged Kakashi's attack with a single turn, and the Sky Tsung Cloud Sword instantly condensed in his hand, slashed at Kakashi, and forced Kakashi back. After pulling the distance, Kakashi looked at Lai Luo with a solemn look, obviously he was completely serious. Kakashi quickly formed a seal with both hands, water escape. Water rush. Kakashi folded his hands together, and in an instant, he summoned water that was spinning and rising like a tornado, and then the water spread like a waterfall and hit Leilo down. Lai Luo naturally wouldn't sit still, and instantly flashed into the air. Yagata Chiongoyu, countless light bullets hit Kakashi. What kind of ninjutsu is this? Kakashi was shocked, and quickly used the instant body technique to dodge, and his hands were crazily sealed. 2 done. Earth City Wall, a dirt wall stood in front of Kakashi, but was instantly torn apart. 2 done. Tulong Spear, Kakashi secretly shouted, taking advantage of the moment when the light bullet was blocked by the earth wall. A huge stone spear on the ground protruded and attacked Lai Luo in the air. Lai Luo, Yagata Mirror, came directly behind Kakashi with a ray of light, and put the Sky Tsung Cloud Sword on Kakashi's neck. You lost. Kakashi. Lai Luo whispered. Yes, you won this time, and my chakra will be exhausted. Kakashi was full of unwillingness, but he could only shake his head and admit defeat. Lai Luo, you are very strong, but I won't lose to you next time. Ha ha ha, I didn't expect you to lose, Kakashi. Well done, Leilo. Uchiha Obito shouted happily. Let's go. Let's go eat ramen, I'm starving to death. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing Mission 1 of Campus Overlord and defeating all male ninjas during the same period. Get the task reward God level lottery point *1. Chapter 14 Apprenticeship Teacher Chin. Yao Ramen Restaurant. While eating ramen, Leilo thought about the problems in the mission a few days ago. Although he has the ability of the glittering fruit, the speed is fast enough, the attack power is not small, and he even developed the medical ability, but the energy consumption is still very large, and the battle is over. And Lai Luo is only an ordinary physique after all, not as huge as the chakra volume of the Vortex family, and it is far worse than the chakra of a generation of Hokage. Chakra is a combination of physical energy and spiritual energy. If you want to increase the amount of chakra, you can only start from these two aspects. The shape and power of the Zanpakuto were forged based on the soul of Shinigami himself. The Shinigami gains power by knowing the name of the Zanpakuto given to him, and by having a spiritual dialogue with it. When Lai Luo drew Bing Luan Pil merged with his soul, and his soul grew a lot, so chakra also got a lot of improvement. But now Lai Luo has no lottery points in his hand, and there is no way to cultivate his spirit, so he can only improve through physical exercise. Is it only possible to exercise physical skills? Lai Luo thought to himself, but suddenly he felt that there were eyes on him. Turning his head slightly in surprise, Lai Luo asked curiously, "What are you looking at me for?" Aren't you hungry?" Obito. Kakashi. Lin. Obito glanced at the half-eaten ramen he had just eaten, and then looked at the 8 or 9 empty bowls stacked next to Lai Luo. He couldn't help but fall into a state of doubting his life. Should I treat a guest today? Am I got an illusion? He hadn't finished his bowl of ramen yet, but Lai Luo was already eating the 10th bowl. And the manager of Yao Ramen restaurant didn't seem to be shocked, as if he was used to it. After all, Yao Ramen is well known in Hokage, and Lai Luo has long been a frequent visitor here, and hand-playing has long been a no-brainer. Besides, as a ninja, the appetite is bigger than Lai Luo, and there are many people, so it is not surprising. After everyone finished eating the ramen, Obito went to settle the bill with a bitter look on his face. After all, he had already agreed to treat him. "Oh, I won't treat you again next time." After saying goodbye to the three, Laidlaw went home. At night, Laidlaw lay in bed, his thoughts spreading. Exercise. Who should I go to? The next morning. Lai Luo sat up from the bed. He had already made a decision on how to improve his physical skills. After last night's consideration, he decided to try his luck with Mr. Chen, and if it didn't work, he would go to Mate Kai. In the entire Hokage, there are only a handful of strong taijutsu. Everyone knows that Bayman Kai who almost kicked out the finale at the beginning, and many people know that the Mistyak 7, who played the Mistyak 7, turned into the Wanyan Shiaren Meitai, but there are very few. Some people think of the ninja teacher Chen, who is known as Konoha's strongest physique. Teacher Chen, whose real name is Chen Baojun, whose unique skill is Kanoya Dragon God, was the only ninja who became Sharingan with physical skills before Mate Kai. In the Third Ninja War, his disciple was brutally killed in the war because of his weakness in magic and ninjutsu. Teacher Chen felt extremely self-blame, so he built a tombstone to live in seclusion. During the Fourth Ninja World War, Mr. Chen, who was reincarnated from the dirty earth, defeated Mate Kai, who was unable to open the 8 doors. Finally, moved by the perseverance of Kai and Shaoli, he broke free from the shackles of reincarnation of the dirty earth and ascended to heaven. Now that the Third Ninja World War has not yet fully started, Teacher Chen should not be living in seclusion. After getting up, Lai Luo simply took a shower and went out. After some inquiries, Lai Luo finally found Teacher Chen's residence. Naruto, I can only draw S-rank rewards Chapter 10. Knock knock knock. Squeak, the door in front of him was opened, and an old man came out. Young man, what's the matter with you? Mr. Chen, hello, my name is Lai Luo, I am here to practice physique with you, please. I'm sorry, young man, I'm already old, I've already accepted an apprentice, and I'm no longer accepting apprentices. Let's go. After saying that, Teacher Chen closed the door. Lai Luo knew that it was difficult to succeed in apprenticeship, but he didn't expect that Teacher Chen would not give him a chance to speak. In the Naruto world, the relationship between master and apprentice is always much closer than that of ordinary bosses and subordinates. Once they become masters and apprentices, it means that from now on, the interests of the two will be exactly the same. Therefore, people in this era will take apprentices very seriously. Once this relationship is established, it cannot be changed. Even if a disciple betrays his master, his actions will still make people count as a master. And Lai Luo's own abilities are obtained by the system lottery, so Lai Luo does not need any ninjutsu. For Lai Luo, it is more important to find a master who can teach taijutsu. It is true that Lai Luo may also draw powerful physical skills such as Beiman Duanjia and Konoha Dragon God, but to perform it requires a strong body and the ability to control the body, and this requires a master to guide. Practice. Moreover, the subsequent lottery is also a matter of the future. The lottery is all random, and no one knows what will be drawn. Now that the 3 wars are imminent, it is imperative to work hard to improve the current strength. Having learned the Konoha fluid technique, he can also combine it with his own glittering fruit ability to develop a light-speed body technique, instead of only a light-speed kick in the body technique as it is now. Although Lai Luo was rejected by Teacher Chen this time, he did not give up and decided to work hard to join Teacher Chen. Ding! Congratulations to the host for triggering the mission, the road of cultivation. The road of practice. The real strong people need to understand their own way of practice. As a leader on the road of practice, master is even more essential. I will go to Chen Baojun and embark on the road of practice. Task reward, God level lottery point *1. The system prompt ringing in his ears strengthened Lai Luo's determination to become a teacher. From that day on, Lai Luo came to visit Teacher Chen every day, hoping to worship him as a teacher. In addition, he also went to find Mate K and went to exercise with Mate K every day. Kai was also very happy to see that Lalo was willing to exercise with him, and enthusiastically shared his green training uniform with Lalo, but Lalo ruthlessly rejected him. Time passed slowly for more than a month. Lai Luo has gradually become accustomed to the life of exercising physical skills every day, and then developing the fruit ability. With his superhuman speed and ever-increasing physical strength, Lalo could at least be considered a joinin when it comes to physical skills alone. Coupled with the energy of the glittering fruit, even if he encounters a shadow-level master, he has the power to deal with it. On this day, Lai Luo came to visit Teacher Chen as usual. I thought that I would be rejected again familiarly, but I didn't expect Teacher Chen to lead Lai Luo into the house this time. After entering the room, Lai Luo looked around curiously, but found that Teacher Chen's house was extraordinarily simple. I'm old, I don't like those fancy things, you can sit down, Teacher Chen said to Lai Luo. Why do you want to practice physique with me? Do you understand the meaning of meditation? Mr. Chen's question made Lai Luo ponder, and Lai Luo also knew that whether he could succeed in apprenticeship also depended on his answers to these 2 questions. Looking at the thoughtful Lai Luo, Teacher Chen was not in a hurry, but slowly brewed tea and waited for Lai Luo's answer. After a long silence, Lai Luo finally raised his head, looked directly at Teacher Chen, and gave his answer. I practice taijutsu with you because you are the strongest taijutsu ninja in Konoha. Konoha's fluid technique is constantly perfected in your hands, and you have created a super strong physique like Konoha Dragon God. I believe that I can learn from it. You learn a lot here. Cultivation is to change oneself, to transform the impossible into something that can be done, and to improve oneself. Cultivation is also to protect everything that one loves. After listening to Lai Luo's answer, a smile appeared on Teacher Chen's face. Very good, you are an honest and loving child. I hope you will not forget what you said today in the future. My old bones should also move. From tomorrow, you can practice with me. Yes, master. Lai Luo replied excitedly. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the mission and the road of cultivation, and getting the reward God-level lottery point *1. Chapter 15 Blade Meditation and Practice. After the successful apprenticeship, Lai Luo did not change anything, and continued to complete today's exercise with Kai. But the high-pitched mental state during exercise also made Kai shout words such as, youth, blood. After finishing today's workout, Laidlaw tells Kay that he won't be able to work out with him starting tomorrow. After that, Lai Luo returned home exhausted. Lying on the bed, then called out the system. System, I want to draw a lottery. System, it is detected that the host currently has 2 God-level lottery points, are they all drawn? Lai Luo, no, let's take one first, and keep the rest for spare. The roulette turned and appeared in Laidlaw's mind. The 6 things on the roulette wheel are: S-class item, different fire * bone spirit cold fire. S-class skill, armed color domineering. S-level skill, blade zen. S-class pet, magic cat Yumi. S-class equipment, guardian angel. S-class item, thunder dragon slayer magic crystal. As expected of the god-level lottery system, every random item made Lai Luo look hot. Alien fire * bone spirit cold fire, it is a peculiar fire that comes from the world of Debakiang, a strange flame that combines extreme cold and extreme heat. Meat in the dark. Armed and domineering comes from the world of One Piece. People with armed domineering can improve their personal defense and attack power, acting like invisible armor, and can evolve into attack power, and then compete with devil fruit ability, and can even touch natural fruit ability. Entity. Magic Cat Yumi, from the League of Legends world. As a magical cat from Bandle City, Yumi was the guardian spirit of a yordle whose owner was Nora. When the master mysteriously disappeared, Yumi became the guardian of the Door Magic Tome, a spiritual book left by Nora. They went through the portal in the page together to find Nora. Eager to be pampered, Yumi seeks out friendly companions on her journey, providing them with protection with a shimmering shield and determination. Guardian Angel, also from the League of Legends world. Its function is very simple, but also very powerful, that is, resurrection. The Thunder Dragon Slayer magic crystal comes from the fairy tale world, and if you integrate it into your body, you can obtain the power of Thunder attribute Dragon Slayer magic. As for the Blade Zen, Lai Luo had no idea what it was. Start the lottery. Lai Luo started the lottery without thinking much. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for obtaining the S-level skill, Blade Zen. Ha! It turned out to be this skill. A piece of information appeared in Lai Luo's mind, allowing him to immediately master this skill and know everything about this skill. Blade Zen, it turned out to be from the world of death. In order to talk to Zanpakuto, the Shinigami would sit cross-legged in meditation, put the Zanpakuto on his lap, and concentrate his mind completely on the sword to call and communicate with the Zanpakuto entity, which is called Blade Zen. Blade Zen is not only a skill to communicate with Zanpakuto, but also a way for the Shinigami to cultivate Reiki, or spiritual power. Yes, cultivating spiritual power is just right for me. Follow the master to practice physical art, and then cultivate the spirit of Zen, and improve the control of Binglanwan, grasp the spirit and the body with both hands. Grasp both hands. Both hands must be hard. Hey. After the lottery was drawn, Laidlaw slept contentedly. The next morning, Lai Luo woke up feeling refreshed, the exhaustion of yesterday was swept away. Today, I will start practicing with master. After quickly cleaning up, he hurried to Teacher Chen's house. After having breakfast with Mr. Chen took Lai Luo to the back mountain. You must have a strong body when you practice physique. As for how to improve the quality of the body, my method is to pursue the limit. The so-called limit is to let your body reach the limit in training, so as to break through the limit. Now you are optimistic about my actions. Although Teacher Chen is not too young, he punches vigorously. Without using chakra, simply relying on the body makes people feel imposing. Did you see clearly? See it clearly. It is also the benefit of the powerful spiritual power after the fusion of Hing Luan Wan. Okay. Today's goal, punch 100 times. Watching Teacher Chen's boxing is light and easy, but it is his turn to practice, but it feels difficult to adapt. This set of movements was created by Mr. Chen himself. After a set of movements, every part of the body can be fully exercised. 29. 30. Just after the 30th time, Lai Luo couldn't help falling down. Laidlaw lay on the ground without any image, soaked all over, and even the ground under his feet was soaked with sweat. Get up! Teacher Chen yelled at Lai Luo when he saw Lai Luo fell to the ground. Lai Luo gritted his teeth and stood up. Teacher Chen immediately told Lai Luo some methods of applying chakra. This is also Teacher Chen's unique technique. Running chakra in a special way can relieve physical fatigue and repair damage to the body. After Lai Luo ran the chakra, he felt a lot better, so he continued to punch. Just punch, fix, punch, fix. Finally finished today's practice in the evening. After the practice ended, Lai Luo dragged his body to Ichiro Ramen. Hoochie. Lai Luo actually ate a full 31 bowls of ramen, and the strong consumption also led to the need for more food to supplement. After eating ramen, Laidlaw dragged his heavy body back home. Then he fell down on the bed and fell asleep. Ha, ha. The big whirlwind of Konoha. Noba sudden wind. Noba gang force whirlwind. Konoha dragon god. I saw an open space, an old man and a young man were training against each other, but it ended with the defeat of the young man. Teacher, I still lost to your Konoha dragon god. Lai Luo scratched his head. Lei Luo, you've done a good job. You are the ninja with the fastest improvement in physical skills I've ever seen. It's only been less than half a year, and you've already surpassed the old one. Teacher Chen looked relieved.